Thank you for joining me, fellow Guardians. This is Sam from Multiverse Mission Control, and today's quest is Foundations of Valhalla. So, today's topic is a bit awkward, but it's gotta be broached, so let's rip the band-aid off quick. Every so often there comes a little scandal where some really hot-headed, irate, and socially inept people come out, claim to be representing the gaming community, and then just use it as a platform to offload all their really just badly socialized prejudices. You may remember the Gamergate scandal, for one thing. Like, how a bunch of sexist idiots took a few comments about feminism and just, responded with rape threats? Did that prove them wrong, guys? No. For the record, the gaming community does not support you. We renounce that kind of behavior. Alright? Gaming isn't your thing. It does not just belong to you. And people as a whole want to be able to share it with as many people as possible. So you know what? Don't make it a toxic place. Don't make it hazardous for newcomers. The gaming community does not support you. You are alone. Got it? And the change has got to come from you. But this isn't something that just happens between one big internet personality warring with another. No, this is something I see around the console fairly often, and it needs to stop. A friend or an acquaintance brings up something that makes them feel uncomfortable, that makes them feel unsafe, and their concerns are just dismissed out of hand, like they're being too sensitive. It's taken as an attack on the medium, and as an extension an attack on the players themselves, and then they get all pissed about it. But you know what, guys? You've got to accept the criticism. Because that's how we're going to grow. That's how we're going to progress. That's how we're going to be able to make this available to everyone. The thing that you've got to realize is your being inconvenienced does not equal someone else being oppressed. Not by a long shot. You can argue that everyone else is always too sensitive until someone irreverently lambasts that which you care about most, and then you wonder to yourself, why is everyone so mean? Well, you kinda made it the standard, didn't ya? Those who will not practice their empathy have no right to complain when none is shown them. If someone is bringing up an issue with you that makes them unsafe, that is deeply personal, they are expecting compassion, understanding, a glimmer of humanity from you. Don't be the white guy. Even if you don't happen to be a white guy in this instance, you can still fall into the trap of sounding like one. This can apply to gender, race, sexual orientation, mental illness, disability, basically anything that the person was born with, or otherwise landed with, and didn't get to choose for themselves. Don't scoff. Don't dismiss. Don't shout slogans and aphorisms and other little mental shortcuts that don't require you to change your perspective. Don't tell someone that their feelings, that their suffering doesn't matter, and then get surprised when they rip you a new one, because you deserve it. It's not about you. Jumping right to your defense and accusing them of overreacting is how you're gonna lose a friend and make this hobby not seem like a welcome place anymore. You prove you're an ally first, then they let up. Don't expect them to let up if it's your first time slipping up with them. They have to be skeptical. Because you know what? Historically oppressive groups will start out all nice and sincere, and then they'll backstab you. Instead, hear the person out. Listen to why they feel that way. Really listen. Don't listen with the intent to reply. Listen to understand. And modify your behavior to help them feel more comfortable. If you mess up, just say you're sorry. And let's define that. Sorry is not an everything-proof shield that says, I said the social thing, now you had to let me go. Sorry is not an evasive maneuver to avoid drama. A true sorry, a real apology, is ripping off your shirt going, I made a horrible mistake, and bracing yourself for the punishment you bloody well know you deserve. Trying to do otherwise makes it sound disingenuous. I wish the traditions from Japan would carry over, so we could have people putting their friggin' noses to the floor. That's how you do it. If people feel like those around them don't understand their struggles, that they can't bring up their concerns without getting chastised, they can feel well and truly alone. And that is more dangerous for them than you know. Think about it! If you had a problem that was unique to you, that you tried to get help for, and then everyone just turned up their nose at you, are you gonna make me explain this? How do you teach this? I really feel like I'm doing people's thinking for them here. This is so bloody basic, and yet so many people are just too good to learn it. So to inflict this know-it-all, dismissive wall on your friends and acquaintances so casually is practically unforgivable to my mind. You just need to decide that a little extra step in your social checklist is worth it if it means your friend doesn't feel alone in this world. I've seen so many good moments around the console. So many heartwarming moments of cooperation, of bonding. So why would you deny anyone that chance? I'm sure there are more professional ways that could have been said. I'm sure that there's more educated language I could have used. I don't care. I had to lay my feelings as bare and honest as I believe. It's just like people fall into a pattern. Like there's always some reason they don't have to be nice. And it's a false mindset. It's a trap. I don't care if like you read some well-written argument on the internet somewhere or something like that. I don't care. You're being mean to someone. And you know it, and you're making excuses for why that's okay. And it's not. And you know that. Somewhere. Gaming wasn't made for you. It was made for everybody. And I don't want anyone to feel shut out from it. I really should have written more of the script going into this, so I'm just gonna stop now before I verbal barf anymore. You just gotta remember that people who are oppressed have to deal with things that you don't even get to see in the course of your normal life. So you just gotta be able to accept that your perspective is not catch all, and that there's always more to learn, and that maybe you just need to suck it up every once in a while if it means your friend feels more comfortable. Everyone's got their own issues that they feel like nobody understands. So don't be that wall to someone else. That's all I'm saying. So, thank you all for tuning in. Please comment and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And remember, you all have the potential to get good. Peace out.